One of the key skills that we've developed much more than other animals is the ability to foretell likely future outcomes. We notice the patterns of what has happened in the past because usually those will be repeated and true again in the future. So I've learned if I go outside in the rain, I get wet and that's uncomfortable. So the next time it rains, I won't go outside unless I have to. Our whole life is about what will I do now so that things turn out well in the future. We never know for sure what the future will be, but the better that we understand the patterns and how they work, the more likely it is that we will be prepared for what does happen. We often tend to only consider the immediate impact of what is happening to us and not think through the longer term impacts of our actions. We do what we feel like in the moment. That often works well, but more often than not, focusing on our immediate needs creates bigger problems later on. An alcoholic thinks having another drink will help them calm down and cope better. And that might be true right in that moment, but it tends to create bigger problems for later on in their life. We all have a need to feel good about ourselves. When we are right about something, we feel good. And therefore we tend to try and prove to other people that what we know is right and true. Again, that feels good in the moment, but it tends to mean that somebody else, usually the person that we're talking to, has to be wrong. And nobody likes to be proved wrong, so it tends to increase conflict rather than reduce it. Now there's a saying. It says, do you want to be right or do you want to be happy? Now there are times when we must stand up for ourselves and our beliefs that we are right, particularly if somebody might get hurt without us taking a stand. But often proving we're right just causes resentment from the other person proved wrong, or we might even end up being proved wrong ourselves. It's therefore useful to step back and look at the bigger picture. Our immediate response is usually only about ourselves, so we should consider the impact of what we're thinking on other people. We might feel angry and feel like attacking somebody, but the consequences of arrest, loss of job, going to prison, going to court, and perhaps more would make it a bad decision for ourselves and the people around us. A good question to ask is, what is the likely outcome of what I am thinking to do on me and those important to me?